Stop what you're doing for a moment. This is not an ordinary message passing through your screen. This is a deliberate, urgent, and deeply divine interruption. These words are being sent straight from the center of my heart into the deepest and most hidden places within yours. I am the Lord your God, the creator of all things, the one who gave you the breath that fills your lungs. Today, I have stepped into the middle of your busy schedule and all the distractions surrounding you, because I refuse to let you miss this divine encounter. You have been seeking answers. You have spent countless hours wondering and questioning. In the silence of your room, you have cried out, asking if anyone in this vast universe truly hears the pain you carry. You have looked toward the heavens and wondered if your prayers were simply returning to you unanswered. I am speaking to you right now to tell you this: I hear you. I have always heard you, and I will not allow you to miss the answer I have carefully prepared for this moment. Do not brush aside these words, my beloved child. They carry the weight of eternity, and within them is the plan for a powerful change that is about to unfold in your life. If you walk away now, if you allow distraction or a wandering mind to pull you away, you may miss the very sign you have been asking me to send. You could turn away from the breakthrough you have pleaded for concerning your finances, your health, your thoughts, and your family. This word is not meant for everyone. It is not a message sent broadly to the crowd. It has been directed specifically, personally, and intentionally toward you. My eyes have known you since before the world began. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew your name. And I will not allow this living word to cross your path without reaching the deepest places of your tired heart. My precious child, I know every difficult battle you have faced in silence. I know about the nights when tears filled your eyes, and you quickly wiped them away, because you did not want anyone to see how much pain you were carrying. I know how hard you have worked to hide your hurt from people who expect you to remain strong all the time. I know the painful mornings when you opened your eyes and stared at the ceiling, feeling such a heavy burden pressing against your chest that even breathing felt difficult. I know those mornings when you had to force yourself to get out of bed and take another step forward. Even though your heart felt empty of strength, I watched you stand before the mirror with exhausted eyes, splash water on your face, and rehearse the smile you planned to wear so no one would know what was happening inside. I saw you leave your home and face another demanding day, acting as though everything was fine while your soul quietly cried out for relief. There were times when you were holding on by only the smallest thread. You felt completely drained. You whispered prayers that seemed weak and broken, prayers filled with weariness, and you wondered if they were too small for heaven to notice. You convinced yourself that I must have greater concerns than your wounded heart. You wondered if I was too occupied with the universe to care about your financial struggles, your broken relationships, or the anxiety that follows you each day. But hear me now with the authority of heaven itself. Every whisper reached me. Every sigh you released while driving, while standing under the shower, or while lying awake in the dark touched my heart. You have never been overlooked. You have never been hidden from my sight. And you have never been forgotten. The reason you are here, reading or hearing these words at this very moment, is because I brought you here on purpose. I arranged the details of your day, the timing of your schedule, and the path of your steps so that this encounter would take place. I established this moment because I am ready to confirm what you have sensed deep within your spirit during these past weeks. The season you have endured, the waiting, the striving, the pushing forward, and the perseverance has not been wasted. Listen carefully. Do not dismiss this word. Do not allow the noise of this world to pull your attention away. Do not allow the enemy to steal this seed of hope by convincing you that this is nothing more than another message online. Remain here. Hear my voice. Open the doors you have kept locked around your heart, because within this message is the answer you have been waiting years to hear. Not long ago, in a moment of frustration, you asked me whether all your effort would ever matter. You looked at everything you were sacrificing and all the hard work you were putting in, and you wondered if your patience would ever produce real results. You asked whether your determination, your endurance, and your refusal to surrender would finally lead you into a victory you could actually see. You questioned whether you were exhausting yourself while remaining in the same place. Listen carefully and let this truth settle deeply inside your spirit. You have finally arrived. And now I am about to reveal what I have been preparing behind the scenes all this time. My child, hear these words clearly today. You finally did it. You reached the place of spiritual and emotional growth that I knew you would reach from the beginning. You endured powerful storms that were meant to break you, overwhelm you, leave you with nothing, and silence your voice once and for all. But you did not fall apart. You were shaken, you wept, you were wounded, but you did not break. You refused to quit. Even when everything around you, and at times even the troubling thoughts inside your own mind, told you to stop fighting, surrender, and walk away, you kept holding on. When people left your side, you continued moving forward one step at a time, even when your body, your emotions, and your spirit felt completely exhausted. You stood in the middle of intense fire, and although you felt its heat, although it stripped away things and people you once believed you could not live without, you came through those flames stronger, cleaner, wiser, and much stronger than when you first entered them. The moment you are living through right now is not an accident. It is not random chance or simple good luck. It is the reward that came through your patience, your consistent effort, and your determination to keep going. And I, your Creator, your Father, your God, am deeply proud of you. I know there were seasons when you looked at everything happening around you and believed I was punishing you. You saw obstacle after obstacle, unexpected bills, sudden sickness, broken relationships, and you assumed I was displeased with you. You believed you were under a curse. You thought you were suffering because of mistakes from your past. But today I tell you the truth. Every trial had a purpose in shaping you. Every door that closed before you was an act of my loving protection, keeping you away from places that would have stolen your peace and damaged the future I prepared for you. Every painful delay that left you frustrated and confused was part of my preparation process. I was never working against you. I have always been on your side. I was building a deep strength within you that no person, no financial hardship, no heartbreak, no false accusation, and no enemy could ever take away. I was teaching you how to stand firm when everything around you felt unstable and uncertain. I was shaping you the way a skilled potter shapes clay. I was not tearing you down to throw you away. I was removing hidden weaknesses, stripping away insecurity, and breaking your dependence on the approval of others so the strength of your endurance could be clearly seen. Nothing you went through was wasted. Not one moment of your suffering lacked purpose. It was my refining fire, and now, because you endured, because you remained faithful in the darkness, you are prepared for the powerful blessing that is coming into your life. I want you to pause for a moment. Look back over the road of pain you have traveled and see it differently. You thought nobody cared, but I cared more than you can imagine. During the moments when you felt forgotten, abandoned, and completely alone, I was holding you close. When you felt weakest, when the weight of your responsibilities nearly brought you to your knees, I was carrying you. Every lonely night was filled with my presence, even when your pain made it difficult for you to recognize me. And every quiet prayer, every groan from your heart, was heard, recorded, and answered, even when the answer seemed far away. But now a change has come. The spiritual atmosphere around your life is shifting. The wind is moving in a different direction. You have reached the top of this difficult mountain, and now I can say to you with great joy, you made it. You endured. You stayed faithful when it seemed impossible to do so. You held on to hope when surrendering to despair would have seemed easier and more reasonable. You finally did it, and now the blessing I promised is ready to unfold before your eyes. If these words are speaking directly to your spirit, if you can feel chains beginning to fall from your mind while you hear them, declare your amen for all to see and place your faith firmly in this moment. My beloved child, listen carefully. Push aside the noise around you, because I am about to walk with you through the difficult road you have traveled during these past years. As we look back together, I will show you clearly that my footprints were beside yours, and, at times, carrying yours, every step along the way. You have carried a painful burden that you never asked for and never wanted. You have felt the deep sting of betrayal from people you trusted completely, people you gave your heart to, people you would have sacrificed greatly for. You have experienced disappointment after disappointment, watching your hopes rise only to be broken apart over and over again. And in those painful moments, you looked toward heaven and wondered whether I had abandoned you. You questioned whether I had chosen everyone else for blessing while leaving you behind. But I never left you. Not even for the smallest moment. I was there in places you could not see, watching over your life, protecting you from spiritual battles hidden from your eyes, turning away attacks you never knew existed. Even when you believed I was silent, every desperate prayer you whispered in private, in the shower in your vehicle, or during a sleepless night rose before my throne like a pleasing fragrance. And I did not overlook even one of them. I saw every time you fell to your knees on the floor and cried out, Lord, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? What have I done wrong? Why is it taking so long for things to finally change? And although my answers seemed painfully delayed from your point of view, although it felt as if heaven was not responding, I was listening the entire time, and I was working powerfully behind the scenes for you, arranging things in the unseen world that are now moving toward your visible reality. I know what it feels like when the very people who once promised they would never leave suddenly walk away. I watched the friends who left when you needed support the most, when there was nothing you could give them in return. I saw the people you loved who failed to stand up for you, who took your love for granted, who accepted what you gave and then pushed you aside. I heard the same voices that once encouraged you with kind words later become harsh, filling your life with criticism, gossip, and doubt. My precious and strong child, I saw the deep wound their departure created inside your heart. I saw you looking into the mirror, focusing on your flaws and questioning your value. I saw you replaying conversations over and over, searching for answers and blaming yourself for things that were never truly your fault. I saw you wear a brave smile before everyone else, acting as though everything was fine, only to break down in private when no one was around. I need you to understand this completely. Nothing you have experienced has been wasted. Your pain was not a punishment. It was preparation for the strength you are about to carry. Do you remember those nights when you felt completely worn out, drained, and empty, when giving up seemed like the only option left? You sat alone in the darkness staring ahead and whispered words you never thought anyone would hear. You said, I can't keep doing this. I'm finished. But I heard every word. You believed you were speaking into silence. Yet those desperate words reached the center of my throne. Not a single cry escaped my attention. Even when you felt numb, even when the weight of your pain was so overwhelming that you could not speak and simply sat in silence staring into space, I knew exactly what was hurting you. I knew the questions hidden inside you that you were too exhausted to even ask. You believed nobody truly saw you, but I saw everything. You believed you had been forgotten and left behind. But my eyes never left you. There were seasons when doors closed suddenly and completely before you. Opportunities you were convinced would change your life forever. Opportunities you prayed over, sacrificed for, and worked tirelessly toward slipped through your hands. People you counted on said no when you were certain they would say yes. Plans you spent so much time building collapsed right in front of you. You felt like you were running with all your strength, yet somehow moving backward instead of forward. With tears in your eyes, you asked me why everyone around you seemed to be advancing. You watched others get married, receive promotions, buy houses, find joy, and travel freely while you felt trapped in the same painful cycle. My child, stop for a moment, breathe deeply, and let this truth settle into your heart. Those delays were never denials. Let me say it again so your spirit receives it fully. Those delays were never denials. I was not keeping things from you because I wanted to punish you for past failures. I was not holding things back to cause you pain. I was holding them back to prepare you. Listen carefully. If I had opened those doors before the proper time, you would not have had the maturity, wisdom, or capacity needed to carry what was behind them. If I had given you what you requested in that moment, its weight would have overwhelmed you. It would not have become a blessing. The people you longed so desperately to be with would have drained what I placed inside you. The position you cried over losing would have stolen your peace and moved you away from the purpose I prepared for you. I loved you too much to allow you to enter something before the right season arrived. My timing is not meant to hurt you. My timing is meant to protect you and prepare a greater harvest. And those betrayals, I know how deeply they wounded you. You trusted people who broke that trust without care. You gave your love, your loyalty, your time, and the resources you worked hard to obtain. And what came back were wounds, deception, manipulation, and painful silence. You asked yourself, if the people closest to me can betray me this easily, how can I ever trust anyone again? I saw how difficult it became for you to open your heart afterward. I saw fear trying to build walls around you, convincing you that shutting everyone out was the only way to avoid being hurt again. But listen carefully. Even in the middle of that pain, I was still working. Even through that betrayal, I was guarding your future. There were people who needed to leave your life. I allowed them to go. I allowed their true character to be revealed. No matter how badly it hurt your heart. Because if they had remained in your future, they would have damaged the great harvest I am preparing for you now. They were not meant to go where I am leading you. Their thinking, their hidden bitterness, their quiet jealousy, their limited vision would have interfered with the purpose I have for your life. I know you could not understand it while you were mourning their departure and asking me to bring them back. But the day is coming when you will look behind you and thank me that they left. You will finally understand why it needed to happen. You will discover that what looked like rejection was actually my way of redirecting you. You also fought many battles with doubt. You questioned your abilities. You questioned your future. You questioned your value and wondered whether something inside you was broken or impossible to love. And yes, my child, there were moments when you questioned me too. You looked toward heaven during your hardest seasons and asked, God, are you really there? Do you still hear my prayers? Have you left me behind? Have you forgotten where I am? Are you punishing me for something from my past? I want you to know today that I never condemned you for asking those questions. I never turned away from you in anger because of your human struggles. I understood your doubt completely because I saw the weight you were carrying. I knew the burden resting on your shoulders was too heavy for anyone to carry alone. And during those moments of deep uncertainty and fear, I was closer to you than you realized. I did not allow you to completely fall apart. When stress made your heart feel as if it could not keep going, I sustained it. When your mind was stretched to its limit and felt ready to break beneath the pressure of life, I was the unseen strength holding you together. I gave you enough manna for each day, enough supernatural strength to keep moving, breathing, and enduring one moment at a time, even when you believed you could not take another step. My beloved child, I also know the hidden shame you carried. The moments when you looked at your life, compared it with others and thought, maybe I am the problem. Maybe nothing works because of me. Maybe I am simply a failure. Maybe I am cursed. I speak against those lies right now. Today I declare over your life through the power of my name. You are not a failure. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not a mistake. You are not cursed. Every delay, every painful closed door, every broken relationship, every lonely night filled with tears was a necessary tool in my hands, shaping you into the strong, compassionate, understanding, and resilient person you have become. You looked into the mirror and saw weakness, but from my throne I saw the strength of a warrior. You believed you were breaking apart, but I saw endurance being built inside your spirit. You thought the world was overlooking you, but I was watching over every moment of your life. Do you remember those days when you went out and smiled for everyone else, becoming the strong one for your friends, the steady support for your family, and the dependable person at work? Yet the moment you came home and closed the door behind you, you fell into complete exhaustion. Your soul carried questions so deep and heavy that you could hardly put them into words. Every morning you opened your eyes after a night you were sure you would not survive. That was my hand lifting you again. Every time you found yourself laughing after long seasons of sadness and darkness, that was my joy returning to your spirit, reminding you that winter never lasts forever, and that spring always arrives. You remained faithful at your post while others rested. You kept looking for a light that had not yet appeared. You stayed standing through the storm and refused to move. That waiting season has come to an end. Your restoration starts now. The work you did in the deepest trenches has become the water preparing the ground for what is ahead. Every time you lifted your shield, you were strengthening a life that will soon help many others. I have taken the broken pieces of your past and shaped them into a plow. It now stands ready to break the ground where your future has been waiting. Now I am telling you to move forward. Do not spend all your time watching your circumstances. Take a portion of what you have and plant a seed into my kingdom. Treat that seed like an arrow released against the spirit of lack. This is not merely a suggestion. It is a command to step forward and reclaim what was taken from you. When you give from what you have, you place seed into my kingdom. That act breaks the siege that has stood over your home and your family. Lift your eyes. Rain is coming to your fields. It will fall upon the dry ground and cause your labor to grow beyond old limits. Every attack that came against your progress will fail, because I am standing guard over the harvest connected to your obedience. The clearing has been completed. The stronghold is established, and the gate stands open. Walk through it with the confidence of one who has already won the battle. Today victory belongs to you. Hear me, my child, and let this settle deep within you. Nothing you experienced escaped my attention, not the silent moments of despair that weighed heavily on your heart, not the loud cries that came from emotional or physical pain, not the burning frustration you felt when life seemed unfair. I carried every part of it beside you. I held your hand through the storm, even when your spirit had become too weary to feel my presence. I carried you when your legs were too tired, too wounded, and too weak to keep moving. I whispered eternal truth into your heart when the noise of your circumstances was too loud for your ears to hear my voice. You came to believe that you had been forgotten, as though you were only a small detail lost in the vast story of the universe. But your name has always been written deeply upon the palms of my hands. You believed no one saw you, but you have always remained precious in my sight, constantly watched over and carefully guarded by my angels. Now receive this truth and let it settle deep within you. You were never invisible. You were never forgotten. You were never left behind. You were never without love. I was with you in the burning fire. I was with you in the fierce storm. I was with you in the overwhelming silence. And every prayer you lifted up I heard. Every tear that fell from your eyes I collected. every question that came from your heart. I listened carefully. You are my beloved child, chosen by me, and I have been walking beside you the entire time, even when you could not see where I was. You have carried the heavy burden of waiting for many years. You have carried disappointment after disappointment. As though the same painful story kept repeating itself, you held tightly to dreams that seemed to be fading away little by little. But I saw all of it. I knew all of it. And even now, in this very moment, I am redeeming it all. The suffering you endured will not go without reward. The tears you shed are watering the spiritual ground, where a great generational blessing is preparing to rise and grow. The prayers you whispered in desperation are about to return as clear and undeniable evidence of my faithfulness. I never abandoned you. I never looked away, and I never will. My beloved child, let this truth speak louder than every dark doubt that has ever entered your mind. You were never unseen. You were never forgotten. And you were never without my love. Everything you have gone through has led you to this exact moment, reading these exact words. And now a new page is turning. The story is changing. You are about to witness the reward of your patience, your endurance, and your faith that refused to quit. My beloved child, sit up, quiet your thoughts, and listen closely, because I am stepping into this moment and speaking something new over your life. The season of waiting that you have carried for so long has finally come to an end. The heavy burden of delay, the endless cycle of not yet, maybe later, and almost, has been lifted from your shoulders by my authority. You have lived through painful years where it seemed as though nothing was changing. Years when every step forward felt harder than the last, as if you were trying to walk through deep mud. Years when your hope was stretched so thin that you wondered whether your spirit could endure any longer. But right now I say to you, with the authority of heaven and earth, with the same voice that called creation into existence, that season is finished. That chapter is closed. The writing is complete. The book has been shut on that period of your life. The waiting season is over. You have entered a season of fulfillment. I am the God who opens doors that no person, no economy, no critic, no authority figure, and no evil force can close. And today I tell you that I have opened a great door before you. This door was not built by human effort, and it cannot be controlled by human systems. No force in heaven or on earth can shut it. This door is not the result of luck, timing, or coincidence. It is the deliberate and miraculous work of my hand. I placed this door within the story of your life before you were ever formed in your mother's womb. And now the appointed time has arrived, and I have opened it wide before you. For every door that was shut in your face and left you crying in rejection. For every opportunity that slipped away just when it seemed within reach. For every chance that was stolen by delay or dishonest people. I am replacing it with a door of extraordinary favor that cannot be taken from you. You do not need to force it open. You do not need to exhaust yourself trying to make it happen. You do not need to beg people for approval or abandon your values to gain access. I have already unlocked it through my authority, and I stand on the other side, reaching out my hand and inviting you to walk through it with courage and confidence. You are about to see victory, and it will not remain hidden. The people around you will not be able to deny what I am doing. For a long time your victories were quiet. They happened within you. They were seen only by you and by me. But now I am bringing your triumph into the open. Those who doubted you will see it. Those who questioned your faith, mocked your prayers, or thought your belief was foolish will see it. Those who believed you would never rise again will witness the proof of my hand upon your life. They will stand and watch as I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I am not only answering your prayers by providing blessings. I am turning your entire life into a living testimony of what happens when one of my children refuses to give up. Do you remember those moments when you sat quietly and watched other people celebrate their victories, share their successes, and enjoy their blessings while you whispered within yourself, Lord, when will my time come? When will I finally experience joy? When will I finally be able to breathe again? My beloved child, hear this truth clearly from heaven. This is your time. This is your season. The door I have placed before you is not small or insignificant. It is great, it is powerful, it is secure and strong. And the blessings that will come through it like a flowing river will not be short-lived moments of relief. They will create lasting changes that will impact your family for generations. I am releasing breakthroughs from heaven that no enemy will be able to take from you. I am restoring the years that seemed lost, the years that felt stolen by sadness, unhealthy relationships, sickness, harmful workplaces, and poor choices. I am multiplying what once seemed damaged, exhausted, and not enough. And I will do it in such an extraordinary way that everyone who knows your story will recognize that it was my hand at work. Your qualifications did not accomplish it. Your connections did not accomplish it. Your background did not accomplish it. Your finances did not accomplish it. My favor accomplished it. You have waited for a very long time, but that waiting season is over. You planted seeds into difficult ground, watering them with tears and perseverance, and now you are about to gather a harvest with great joy. You endured the silence of the wilderness. Now you will hear songs of celebration. You remained faithful when there was no visible sign that anything was changing. You trusted what I spoke to you in the light, even while you walked through darkness. And because of that faith, I am about to fill your life with evidence so clear and overwhelming that you will fall to your knees in gratitude and wonder at my goodness. What I am doing in this season will not only bless you, it will also silence every lie that tried to control your thoughts. Every voice that said you were forgotten. Every thought that claimed your best years were gone. Every lie that told you that you had missed your opportunity will be silenced by the visible proof of my faithfulness in your life. My beloved child, I tell you to move forward. Do not stand hesitating at this doorway. Do not allow the comfort of old pain to keep you from the future I have prepared. Do not allow fear to stop you now. Do not destroy what I am building because you feel unworthy. You have been carefully prepared for this moment. You have been refined through hardship for this season. You have been strengthened through adversity so you can carry the responsibility connected to this new door. You are not behind schedule. Your age, your personal timeline, and your past mistakes do not limit what I can do. When I decide that the time has come, I can accomplish in a single day what would normally take many years. And you are not unworthy. This is not a trap. This is not a test designed for your failure. It is my loving gift to you. The very things you prayed for, the desires you quietly shared with me, the promises you held on to while everything around you seemed to say, "Give up," they are now beginning to unfold before your eyes. If you are choosing to move ahead, if you are releasing the weight of your past, declare boldly, "I choose faith over fear," for all to see, as a declaration of agreement with this new season. Let me say it again so your heart fully receives it, and your mind believes it. The waiting season is over. I am bringing abundant fruit into places that once looked empty and lifeless. I am shining light into areas that were once covered by darkness. I am filling the empty places in your heart, your home, and your provision with blessings that overflow. This is your turning point. This is the moment when the direction of your story changes and things begin to move towards something better. From this day forward, your story will no longer be defined by waiting, but by fulfillment. So celebrate, my beloved child. Lift your head. Stand upright. Straighten your shoulders. Dry your tears. Walk with confidence, knowing who your Father is. For I have opened a door that no person can close, and I have spoken complete victory over your life. It will be seen. It will be undeniable, and it will remain. After all the struggle, the sacrifice, and the tears, you have finally entered the season you prayed for. And there is no force of darkness, no person, and no mistake from your past that can stop what I am about to do. My beloved child, Now that you have stepped into this new season, I want you to open your spiritual eyes and clearly see the rewards I have prepared for you. The sleepless nights, the lonely prayers, the unseen battles within your mind, the patience you carried, and the determination you refused to surrender. I promise you, none of it was wasted. Every painful moment has led to this great release, and now I, the Lord your God, the maker of heaven and earth, am releasing specific and powerful blessings that will touch every area of your life. These blessings are not small gifts. They are not short-term solutions. They are not temporary feelings that disappear when difficulties arrive or when new problems appear. They are lasting. They are abundant. They are complete. First, I am giving you peace. Not the weak and temporary peace that the world offers, which vanishes the moment trouble appears. I am giving you my peace, a supernatural peace that goes beyond human understanding. A peace that cannot be given by the world. And because of that, a peace that neither the world, the economy, nor your enemies can ever take away. This deep peace will quiet your restless heart. It will silence the constant noise of fear, anxiety, and panic that has filled your mind. There were many nights when you lay awake, unable to rest, your thoughts racing endlessly, worried about tomorrow, fearful of the next problem, imagining worst-case situations until you felt completely overwhelmed. But now my peace will cover you like a comforting blanket and allow you to rest again. You will sleep peacefully once more. It will protect your mind like a strong shield. Where confusion and uncertainty once controlled your thinking, divine clarity will guide your path. Where fear once spoke lies into your heart, courage will rise within you. My peace will become the firm foundation beneath your life, keeping you steady no matter what storms rage around you. Second, I am bringing undeniable provision into your life. The days when you struggled to pay your bills. The days when you looked at your finances and wondered if there would ever be enough. The days when every coin mattered and every purchase felt heavy. Those seasons are being replaced by my abundance. I provided manna for my people in the wilderness, and I will provide for you in the season you are living in now. I multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fish to feed thousands, and I will multiply the resources you currently hold in your hands. Do not live in fear of lack any longer. Remove the mindset of poverty from your spirit. For I am Jehovah Jireh, your faithful provider. I will meet every need according to my riches and glory, and I will surprise you with blessings that go beyond anything you expected. Provision will come through unexpected opportunities, open doors, favor, debt relief, increases, and blessings that clearly reveal my hand at work in your life. Third, restoration is coming to your household. What was lost through hardship, what the enemy stole, what was damaged by the actions of others, and what you surrendered because you did not yet know your value. I will restore it. I will bring joy back into the places where sorrow tried to remain. I will restore relationships that were deeply wounded and bring healing where you thought restoration was impossible. I will renew the passion, energy, and strength within your spirit where stress, pain, and trauma once drained it away. Listen carefully. Nothing in your life is beyond my ability to restore. No circumstance is beyond redemption. The years you mourned, believing they had been wasted on wrong choices, wrong people, or wrong paths, were not wasted. I am the Lord over time itself, and I will redeem those years. Soon you will look back and understand that even your hardest seasons were preparing you for a greater purpose and a greater glory that required that journey. Fourth, healing will become part of your daily life. Healing for your body. Healing for your wearied mind. Healing for your wounded heart. Every scar left from childhood. Every painful wound that still affects you. Every memory that still brings tears to your eyes and pain to your heart. I am touching them now with my healing hand. I am the great physician, the one who heals the broken hearted and restores them completely. Where sickness, pain, and exhaustion tried to steal your strength, I will bring renewal. Where anxiety, panic, and depression tried to steal your joy and convince you to surrender, I will bring lasting peace. Where grief tried to pull you down and keep you trapped beneath its weight, I will lift you up again. Healing will flow through every area of your life like a mighty river. You will walk with greater freedom, rest more deeply, breathe more easily, and live more strongly than before. If your spirit agrees with this truth, if you are ready to release the weight of the past and move into the blessing prepared for your future, declare a bold amen below where others can see it, making your agreement with this new season. And if these words have brought healing and encouragement to your heart today, share this message with someone who may be struggling in silence. Become a vessel of hope for them today and watch how blessing continues to multiply in your own life. Welcome to your new season. We run on viewer support only. For exclusive member content, scan the QR or see the pinned comment. God bless you.